Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies, how the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. PetVivo has a tool for veterinary doctors to manage osteoarthritis in horses and dogs. And with me is the CEO, John Lai, to bring us up to date on the company. Great to have you back here at the NASDAQ.
Very happy to be back.
So you were talking about how some veterinarians have this product and they have discovered other uses for it. So tell me about that. What are these uses?
Yeah, every time we go to a conference, we have vets coming up and saying, well, we used it for this, we used it for that, and we're getting really good results, and we love hearing those ideas. We think of all these, but we can't just keep doing studies on everything, you know, so it's good to have real-world applications come to us. And one of the interesting ones was a recent conference we had in Charleston, South Carolina, on rehab veterinary medicine. Some of the vets came to us and said, we've been using, you know, bone marrow stem cells and getting great results, but the problem is the stem cells dissipate from the area of treatment, 80% of them within 24 hours. And they were thinking, if we use your platform, because one of your clinical research work that you did with the NIH money we got was using our platform to disseminate drugs and other products into the body. They said, do you think it would work with the stem cells holding in place? We would get much better results. And we said, well, we actually did that for some animals and it worked really well. So we're excited to see what the feedback is from them on that application. But we love the veterinary field because they're thinking how we can use this in other applications.
There's some innovation going on out in the field, it sounds like.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
And you have a new director. So tell me about that individual.
Yes, so we brought in Spencer Breithaupt. He was Vice President of Sales and Supply Chain at MWI Animal Health, our exclusive distributor. So he really knows how the product's going through the channel network. And he retired and took a little convincing of his wife that I won't take up much of his time.
Okay, yeah.
So his wife said, okay, so he joined our board probably about a month ago. So he's got a lot of years in the veterinary field. And, you know, MWI was, for animal health, does $5 billion a year just in the United States. He's also chairman of the Animal Health Technology Corridor, which has about 26, 27 high-level technology companies in the animal health space. And he's chairman of that organization, which, you know, speaks volumes because, you know, for him to come on the board of our company, I think is a good endorsement, you know, because he truly believes we're going to help a lot of animals and a lot of people over time.
Yeah, okay. Well, John, thanks so much for coming back. I want you to come back after the cat study. Come so we can find out.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Thank you, Jane.
Thank you so much.
Lameness issues, joint pain, and osteoarthritis can be difficult to treat and debilitating for an animal's health and well-being. Take control of lameness issues and joint pain. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. With just one injection, Spring with OsteoCushion technology targets the root cause of lameness issues, joint pain, and osteoarthritis, helping animals do what they do best.
Quantum Computing Inc. has just signed an agreement with AI firm Million Ways. And with me is the CEO, Robert Liscouski of Quantum Computing Inc. So great to have you back here again. And
good to see you.
Tell me about this arrangement with Million Ways and the power of quantum computing and AI together.
Sure. So Million Ways is an interesting little AI firm. They're doing some very interesting work in the healthcare space. So I think that's one of the big areas you're going to find AI having a significant impact. But rather than just using the classic sort of regenerative AI, they're using some very interesting algorithms to be able to identify emotional content and sort of psychological factors that can help contribute to diagnoses of various types of conditions. And they're doing this currently off of text, so they can do that off of texts, or internet, the chats, and it's a great application for it, and it shows a lot of good scale, and they've got very proven algorithms that have been validated that this technology actually works in this space. But as you know, taking data off of text is time consuming, and trying to train AI systems to be able to do this is rather complex and expensive. With our reservoir computer, our quantum reservoir computer, we're teaming up to be able to do this off of voice. So effectively the same characteristics can be derived from text, can be derived from voice. And with our systems, which are optimally designed to be able to do this, we're going to add a significant dimension to their capability by using this platform and really enhancing it now.
Yeah.
So it's a great application for our reservoir quantum computer, which is directly impacting the AI world.
You can take all that data and kind of crunch it all together and come up with something way faster than you
Right. Well, I can imagine this. Now you're not just looking at financial data, but now you're looking at the human aspects of who's running a company. Imagine you can combine pure financial data and sort of performance outlook with kind of giving you a viewpoint of the characteristics of leadership. Are they really confident about what they're saying? Do they have any hesitation about it? Are they capable? I mean, it's a very scary concept at one level. At the other level, it really kind of shows the power of this technology.
Yeah, no, it's definitely powerful. So do you plan to continue advancing the development and the commercialization of the Resonance computer? To explain what that is and where you plan to go with it.
So it's the reservoir computer.
Reservoir,
so, yep.
Okay.
So we do. So it's core technology for us, right? So everything, and this is one of the great things about QCI. We're a small little company. We pack a very, very big punch. I would argue that we're probably I would tell you right now, unashamedly, this company is going to be a very important company in the quantum computing technology space, because we have core capabilities that are built on a photonic quantum computing chip, which we can do, we manufacture today. We're going to go at scale. So some folks might sit back and say, man, these guys are trying to do too much, right? But in fact, we're very focused on the application of these technologies across a wide variety of areas. So we can do the entropy quantum computing that we've spoken about before, so it's binary optimization and even integer-based optimization. And we have the reservoir computer, which is, like I said, the AI and ML piece, all around the core quantum computing chip. And then we have these other adjacent technologies, LiDAR we've talked about, medical imaging, cybersecurity applications. That's right, it's all from the one fundamental chip that we've been able to manufacture, and we can differentiate for these various applications. So the reservoir quantum computer is right in line in our roadmap to be able to continue to scale, to look for more, faster applications for AI.
Yeah, okay, Robert, thank you so much.
That's exciting.
Always so interesting to talk to you about the future. Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Research efforts to discover new antibiotics have stalled. New antibiotics were discovered and developed at a breathtaking pace. Enter QUBT Pharmaceuticals. They are a biopharmaceutical company focused on developing new antibiotics for difficult-to-treat infections such as MRSA, VRE, and DRSP. We face new threats every day, big and small. QUBT Pharma is on the front lines of health using technology to help us treat tomorrow's infections today. QUBT Pharmaceuticals.
Today we have Heather Plampin and also Matt Farhat with the Compass Collection, which is a dynamic luxury vacation rental marketing and management company that is nationwide. So the Compass Collection cherry picks the properties that are partnering with them. And so with me, Heather, Matt, great to have you guys back again. And Heather, just tell us about the Compass Collection and why your business model with why you're so uniquely kind of situated to expand nationwide with what you've been doing.
Well, taking it back to the homeowner's experience, if you are a homeowner that is self-managing your vacation rental home, you're probably not doing bad. But let's face it, you're competing with large-scale vacation rental management companies that are dominating the market. The Compass Collection is designed to level the playing field, to make sure that every single self-manager owner out there has the same opportunities as the large-scale managers do. So what does that mean? That means having access to the systems, having a level of exposure that's greater than just your one listing on the platforms. It means also being able to use multiple platforms and not having to do it yourself, because that is definitely hard for an owner to do and still have a day job.
Being with a professional manager like us who can list the home, there's no cost that's involved in that. So instead of paying that subscription fee or paying that extra operating cost, you don't have that anymore. And now you have the outreach further than you think you've had before. Not only is there investment that we put in those third-party sites, but our search engine optimization, getting digital ads out there, our, over 30, 40,000 guest list that we already have, our pool of vetted clients who are looking for places to stay all the time. So it's an extra access that levels the playing field with them versus all the other big management companies that they're, battling against every day.
And plus, owners don't have access to these sophisticated systems that give you data and analytics of a deep dive level. That's just not available to the person who only has one listing or say even 5 listings. To partner up with a company that can provide that, but you also don't have to give up your control over your home, your asset, your retirement plan basically, is meaningful.
Yeah.
It's the real beauty, best of both worlds, where you're not just posting on an app and hoping that you get a booking. You have humans, a liaison, a whole group of advocates to help book your home that are dedicated purely to getting your home booked and getting guests in that door. And we're going to use our data team, our revenue team, to find out the best prices for those homes, for those areas, the seasonality, when the best time to book the home is. And then we're going to use all of that combined, working with this new owner to create a revenue plan for their property to maximize their income.
And what are the benefits to an owner besides income? Is there anything else that an owner of a home can benefit from?
Oh, sure. I mean, just imagine what a typical owner is experiencing with their current situation, either with self-managing and on a certain platform, or they are currently with another vacation rental manager. I mean, are you getting the human connection that you need? Do people call you back? When you write an email, are you getting a support ticket, or are you getting a real human that's going to write you back? Do you feel that you're cared for?
Everyone who has an investment property are not trying to get a second job. They're trying to increase their money to have more time. This is an investment in freedom of time as much as it is for financial independence. So with the Compass Collection, we're able to save them time and earn them more money.
Let me add to that. It is as much about discretionary time as it is about discretionary income. Think of the Compass Collection as your time saver, money maker.
Okay, and time is money, as we know. So, so Matt, how can somebody who has a property find out more about what it takes to partner with you?
Yeah, they're going to reach out to us. They're going to email us at owners@thecompasscollection.com, or they're going to go to our website, thecompasscollection.com, and they're going to have a human reach out to them, and we're going to build a revenue plan for their home.
Okay. And I believe you also have a QR code at the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
They can easily click on that, and it's going to lead them right to our website. And again, we're going to provide this detailed revenue projection and analysis for their home. And they're going to enjoy having that information finally for themselves.
Thank you so much, Matt and Heather.
Thanks for having us.
Best of luck.
Okay.
Thank you.
SMX is using blockchain to track and trace a variety of industries, items in these industries. And with me is Alon, the CEO of SMX Technology. And we're talking about plastics today. We've talked about metals in the past, but plastics is another area that your technology works. So talk to me about that. Why track and trace plastic?
So I think after the global pandemic and the supply chain challenges, the world has got to a very clear conclusion that we cannot survive without plastics. And now the question is, how can we do it in a responsible way? Because talking about a world without plastic isn't relevant. Our technology with our ability to give materials memory is part of finding this kind of solution to this new understanding. Because we give plastic a memory at virgin stage, at product stage, and then at waste stage. And by that, we create the opportunity to use plastics more than once.
So it tells you, I guess, what the raw material is, because there are different things that go into plastic. So it'll tell you that, whether it's been recycled. How is that information beneficial?
The information is beneficial because plastics, unlike metals, their properties degrade the more you use them. Not only that, different plastics are used for different purposes. This is for food, this is for medicine, this is for automotive, construction. With our ability to give plastic a memory, you are able to use the right plastic for the right purpose and more than once. And more than that, being able to be transparent to all of your stakeholders, clients, regulator, as for the correct amount of recycled plastic content in every plastic product.
Oh, interesting. So there's some authenticity that it provides as well as to the sustainability of the product that you're using. You're able to read this and it gives you all of this information, all this data, right, about this particular piece of plastic.
Exactly. So we use a chemical molecular marker, which is uploaded to a blockchain platform. And what you get is a platform for C-levels to manage this resource, which is called virgin and recycled plastics in the most efficient way.
So what kind of big changes can be made by knowing this information about plastic? Does it just make it more efficient? Does it help with what we do with it afterwards? Like, how does this help companies and the planet and societies?
People are talking about being carbon neutral. Carbon neutral, the key thing is regarding energy, regarding the amount of recycled content you are using, and regarding what's called circular economy, which is in the core of it, using my products again and again and again. So this is what we, with the concept of giving materials memory, are enable. We are the enabler for that because you know the origin, you know the type of the plastic, you know the brand owner, you know the amount of recycled content accurately, and you know the loop count, how many times this plastic was used.
Okay, and then finally, you talked about how EU is not going to be able to ship plastic to other countries. They have to keep it there. The US may follow. This will allow countries to better recycle so they don't have all this trash. Right?
I think what we will see here is that a problem becomes an advantage. Today, plastic waste is treated as a problem, and therefore countries are trying to ship it out to avoid dealing with it. Now, when this needs to stop, and I assume US will follow Europe, reusing the plastic will become the key advantage of American companies.
Okay, interesting. Alon, thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you very much, and as we like to say, don't stop thinking about tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
SKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SKUR. Visit SKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Welcome, everyone, to your Secure Privacy and Security segment. I'm Anna Berry with the CEO of Sekur, Alain Ghiai. So this is your weekly hack, and we're talking about data breaches. Obviously, they are happening more and more. It seems like brick and mortar stores are closing left and right, and everyone's shopping online. I still personally like to go in, try it on, feel it, touch it, but not everyone does. So what does that do, Alain? Because that is really exposing our data, because you liken it to leaving your credit card in a restaurant for weeks on end. So talk a little bit about the dangers of online shopping.
Yeah, well, I think we were reading that 12% of online stores that basically don't protect users' data and they expose the user data. I'll add an extra layer. Some of these people even sell your data because it's good money. You know, whenever they ask for your email for their mailing list, just so that you know that email now is sold 100 times over once you give it to them. So that's just one aspect, but there's other aspects too. I always say that it's when things get hacked and exposed and people's data gets exposed, it's not just the big tech companies. It's basically the people who buy those lists and then they store it in their, unsecure environment. That gets exposed, hacked, employee issue. I mean, so many things. Look what happened lately with the US government. It was an employee, I guess, or somebody that exposed that data. That's embarrassing now to the government. So sometimes it's a human thing, right? Now, when you go online, we're not going to discuss too much that federal thing, but basically it's the same concept. You have the human leak and the machine leak, let's say. When you go online, essentially you are trusting that website, that company, to keep your data safe and private, and you can't. That's another thing why I say don't leave your credit card. It's like you go to a store and you say, I'll be back in a week, keep your card, keep my card in your drawer, because I'm just too lazy to put it back in my wallet. And that is the same thing as you being too lazy to re-input your card number on a website. And once you have your card number, people can get a lot from a credit card. Down to a social security number, you'd be quite surprised. And these things are sold in the black market, like, as I said, a dark web. So be very diligent when you shop online.
Exactly. And you mentioned that article, roughly 12% of online stores forget their backups in public folders due to human error or negligence. And like you said, I mean, it could be anything from your email address, your phone number, to your home address. And that's what's scary right now. It seems like anytime you shop online, they want all of your information, including the names and ages of your children. It's ridiculous. So what can we do to really protect ourselves when it comes to sharing information, especially emails?
So first of all, when you give your data to a website, you have to give information. Use, I'm going to say, a dummy email, an email that's throwable. As a matter of fact, funny enough, we have those aliases email on Secure Mail, where you get two extra emails for free. It's called an alias, because you'll have your real name, like whatever, blah, blah at secure.com. And then you can have two kind of fictitious email that you still can communicate with, but they're not your main email. It's called an alias. An alias is exactly that. You can use that or use one of the big tech emails anyway, because they're going to resell it. So don't use your prime email when you sign up to buying something online. The other thing is always check the URL. That sometimes there's a little lock, HTTPS, that means it's a secure site. Click on the lock. And it should say the certificate, it's a security certificate, if it's valid or not. Because some of these websites, a lot of them are front for hackers. And when you put your credit card information, they capture that information live. The other thing, obviously, never store your card on a website, whether it's a food delivery or obviously the big ones that we can't name on TV, the biggest shopping sites in the world. Don't leave your credit card. Don't save them. Try not to. People do travels, right? Air travel, hotels. I mean, I just did that. I don't like to keep my card in the hotel website. A lot of people have memberships in these hotels and airlines. And it's just easy. That way you don't have to put it back, right? So try not to leave a footprint. It's essentially like leaving your fingerprints all over something, and you want to reduce that fingerprint all over, because somebody can take that fingerprint and essentially impersonate your identity. That's how scary it is on the internet. That's exactly what they do. And we talked about ChatGPT not too long ago. Now with artificial intelligence, a machine will be able to take your digital footprints, whatever it may be, and literally impersonate you. I mean, they can look like you, they can have your voice, anything. You put 1 million photos and videos on the internet. I'd like to see now what these artificial intelligence are going to do with it and impersonate you and commit crime in your name with your social, your credit card, and your look and your voice now. It's pretty scary out there.
It's terrifying. Even when Elon Musk starts warning us about AI, you know something's up. Well, again, like you said, Alain, many times to reduce your social media footprint, got it, as well as do not leave your credit card information out there with any online shopping. And that is valuable information. Again, it's a lifestyle change because we're so used to the convenience. But the question is, what is your privacy worth to you? So I want to just close with the simple adjustment, right? So you can use your big tech email, but that's why we incorporate a secure email. So let's close with explaining how simple that is. We can keep our big tech, but when we share our data, we need to use secure.
Absolutely. So if you have a secure email, you can email someone using our secure send feature. They can reply back using secure reply. They don't need to have secure. And the concept is that whole communication happens only in our servers in Switzerland. Nothing goes over the internet. It's as simple as that. It's like you're in Switzerland, the other person hooks in and gets communicate with you in Switzerland in full privacy and security. And before we leave, I want to offer a promo code, privacy. You can go to secure.com, buy any of our services, and put promo code privacy. You get 15% off for 5 years. You can also go to Secure VPN, which is a brand new VPN, and put the same promo code and buy the VPN as well. I would recommend a VPN, especially ours, because we don't use the big tech companies and the hyperscalers. We got only a few locations and a few IPs in Switzerland only, where privacy is the most sacred thing over there. So you know that nobody is like monitoring your traffic, logging, giving your data to third-party services and so forth.
Wonderful. Well, privacy has arrived with Secure. Always great speaking with you, Alain, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.
Thanks, Anna. Thanks, everyone, for watching.